Here I'm going to reflect a little bit more on the thinning we talked about before in other videos and in class. In the foreground here is a nice sugar maple, a young sugar maple. It's again about 6 or 7 inches in diameter. It's growing straight, it's pretty healthy. There's no dieback in the crown that I can see. And it's at the bottom of this slope. So if this was my property and I was interested in thinning this stand to favor sugar maples, this one's in a pretty good position. It's going to get a lot of moisture in the summer, being at the bottom of this slope, and it's growing pretty well. The only competitor that's really an issue with it is this yellow birch in the background. So this yellow birch is also doing well, and it's also a pretty nicely formed tree. Right? You can see it's probably 30-some feet to that first branch, probably a good 32-foot span to that first branch, and then it forks out pretty quickly. But it's overtopping the maple. So if this was my woods and I was trying to thin it out for sugar maple production, for maple syrup, I might cut that yellow birch right now, right, because it's uphill, so it's outcompeting the maple a little bit just by basis of its position on the slope. It's overtopping it on the east side and physically over the very top of it. And so there aren't many other competitors to that tree, but that would be the one. That would be my decision-making process. If I wanted to favor this sugar maple, I'd probably remove that yellow birch. It's probably marketable too. It's about a 15-inch diameter tree, maybe a little bit larger, with decent form. So you could probably sell that as a log, and certainly if it was on my property, the rest of it would be nice firewood. But that would be how I would decide there. Or I might decide not to, right? Because this maple is doing well, and I might hope it's going to get through that hole in the canopy and be a even competitor at least. But simply based on that slope position, the yellow birch has an advantage, and I might make that decision.